Namaste, Big Cat Fire Signs, Grand Rising. Welcome or welcome back to Big Cat Astrology, Big Cat Wave, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. The planetary hot topics to add to your almanac over the next 7 days. On the 10th of December, the Moon in Scorpio trines Neptune in Pisces. During this time, trust your intuition to guide you and align you with your purpose. Be aware of potential challenges such as eccentric behavior, irritability, and disagreements with your romantic partner at home. Avoid financial dealings in business or property for now. Embrace your intuitive self to navigate the period with a deeper understanding of yourself. On the 11th, the Moon enters Sagittarius. It presents an opportune moment for grand ideas, substantial projects, and fresh ventures that can broaden your horizons. Optimism is high during this period. You also have Mercury in Capricorn sextiling Venus in Scorpio. Interacting with others becomes smoother today, allowing you to refine how you express yourself for better understanding. It's time to experiment with different communication approaches, as your usual method may not be as effective. Okay. Look for new ways to convey your thoughts and ideas to enhance clarity in your interactions. On the 12th, the new moon in Sagittarius is a great time for big ideas, big projects, and new ventures that expand your life in new ways. Optimism is high. However, with the turn of events tomorrow, pause everything. Focus on something you can accomplish quickly. Why? Because on the 13th, Mercury retrograde begins in Capricorn. As Mercury moves backwards for the rest of the month, and the start is in Capricorn, which can make you feel like you're going backwards or experiencing blocks with the pursuit of your goals. You may need to pick up old goals and have patience with the new ones. You also have the moon entering Capricorn. You might find yourself emotionally connected to your goals and the challenges you encounter in pursuing them. It's essential to avoid linking your self-worth to your success rate during this time. Maintain a perspective and recognize that setbacks are a part of the journey. On the 14th, the moon in Capricorn trines Uranus in Taurus. A different approach may be the right idea. Opening up to unconventional will open up more options for you to make progress. On the 15th, the moon enters Aquarius. Let yourself have some time to dream about and plan your future. This will serve to inspire and motivate you going forward. On the 16th, the Sun in Sagittarius squares Neptune in Pisces. Maintaining focus might prove challenging as your imagination takes over. This can be draining. Take some time alone to rest and recharge. Acknowledging the influence of your creative mind while also prioritizing self-care is important during this period. Please stay tuned in for the tarot reading to follow. Big Cat Wave. Namaste! Grand Rising Fire Signs. Welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your next 7 days. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Big Cat Wave. Let's dive right in and unpack. Oh, you have a double 4, darling dears. Love it. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Right. The 8. The number 8 speaks about manifestation mode. Why? Because you've mastered something, darling dear. You're feeling more empowered. This is because you took action in a situation where maybe you felt like there was no way, but the only thing you had to do was keeping on. Your birthday could be the 8th, the 17th, or the 26th, or this could be a significant date in your life. The numbers 2, 4, and 8 will be fabulous for you over the next 7 days. Your luckiest days will be Friday and Sunday. And the letters H, Q, and Z may have some significance to you. Money matters are working in your favor. 8 is the number of what? Skrilla.com. That's money, the folding stuff, darling dears. Accepted everywhere. But I also have to caution you, darling dears, to control your temper over the next 7 days. Don't let no one take you off your trolley. Why? You're going in the right direction, one which is more fitting, that you've manifested for yourself. The energy of the 4, darling dears, is about communication. So it's communications of all forms, darling dears. Maybe you have to answer letters, answer a phone call, whatever it is. Get it done. Stop putting it off. And some of you need to what? Get in touch with somebody. I don't know if it's someone from the past. I don't know, but you need to get in touch. Do it. Do it. Do it. It's about someone or something new is coming into your life, darling dears. And it's going to be having a profound effect on your life. Something that you won't forget. It may even change your life, darling dears. Your perspective and all that. The double 4 also speaks of what? An invite to some form of party, gathering, could be a seminar. Take it, darling dears. Fortune favors the brave, darling dears. Yes, it does. So keep going, and what? Accept any invitations that are proffered, unless they're from a shepherd of the devil. If that's the case, you give it love and light. What's that? 2 of these and 1 of those. But use your discernment, darling dears. All right. The energy of the 8 in tarot is represented by the Strength card. It speaks about you resisting temptation. Resist the urge to what? Get angry and lose your plot, darling dears. It also speaks about spiritual strength. Some of you are deep in your spirituality or your religion, whatever that may be. But it's all about you trusting in the unseen. You're having the what? Faith. You have faith the size of a mustard seed. You've had true mental growth, darling dears, and this is the time where you show no weakness. And listen, not getting involved in altercations, that's a show of strength, darling dears. Not every battle must you attend. And remember, if someone's fighting with you, they ain't got nothing to lose, blood. Yeah. And the 8 is also what? The 8 of the 48 laws of power, number 8 is what? Make people come to you. You don't go to them, they come to you, darling dears. All right, let's press on at a hot trot. We're going to go with the rune stones. The 8 is ruled by Saturn energy, darling dears. Saturn is the planet of limitations, but it's also about strength, it's about growth, and it also brings a bit of gloominess, darling dears, as well as secrets. Somebody's going to try and punish you with a secret, darling dears. Be very careful. Saturn also rules the kidneys, the bladder, your nerves. Yeah, they want to get on top of your nerves, blood. Right? Knees as well as legs. So maybe you have an issue around that. Maybe that's what the communication could be with a medical professional or whatever you use. You may even use a homeopathic or a herbalist, whatever it is, darling dears. Get it done rather sooner than later. You've got 2. When you cast rune stones, you read them from right to left. You have Ingus. This is represented by the letter N and G. So you have N, G, H, Q, and Z. Ingus is also represented by the number 4 as well as the number 22. It's represented by the Emperor in tarot, darling dears. Mars and Aries energy. It speaks about common sense being a superpower amongst some, darling dears. Use your common sense, your flip-flop. Don't let anyone slip you off your flip-flop, right, over the next 7 days, because you will lose it. It also speaks about you're in a caring protector mode, and it all, for some, it could be somebody coming towards you, because Ingas could also represent a future husband or wife, darling dears. It could also be a platonic relationship, a business partnership, but something which is going to have a profound effect on your life. It also speaks about the home and family. Your mind is turning towards your home and family, darling dears. Maybe you're going to be doing some form of renovation, some fixing, or even it's family counseling, something specific around the home. It's going to be a new beginning for you, darling dears, because you're tapping into your different areas of your potentials, which are fertile, darling dears, untouched, but it's not being unturned. Remember, I told you that. Oh, you also have Lagaz, darling dears, the hangman, represented by the number 12 and 21. So we've got 12, 21, 22, 4, 2, 4, 4 again, and 8. So 4 is prevalent, darling dears. Yes, it is. Okay. Hangman speaks about seeing things from a different perspective. It's water and Neptune energy, but it's also about you no longer sacrificing yourself to a situation, letting go. For others, it could also be a masculine that's been released from some form of confinement. Could be within the prison cell, like R. Kelly. It could be in the hospital, darling dears. Or the madhouse. One of the 3, darling dears. One of the 3. For others, this is a message that somebody's about to release themselves from some kind of relationship, and they're going to be, listen, they can't be free the day after they end with a relationship. They need to heal, otherwise you're going to get the backlash. Who wants to be what? The rebound. That's not a title that the big cat will admit to, darling dears, nor do you want to secretly. Listen, you don't do it, okay? Don't do it. Lagaz, represented by the letter L. So you have L, N, Q, sorry, L, N, G, H, Q, and Z. A new beginning for you, darling dears. I love it. No longer being a martyr in situations or circumstances. This new perspective is going to put a lot of things on pause for air. Remember, I told you that. All right, let's press on. Let's get a quick run through. Then we're going to ask specific questions. I'm going to use the black cards. My intuitive deck. I've got so many of them. When you're called to write, put pen to paper, you just get it popping, mate. Right? Surgery. I already said somebody has an issue around their legs, their knees, nerves, bladder or kidney. Surgery is going to be needed, but it's also a surgical aesthetic. No, surgical about your relationships. Able to cut off, not look back. But you also, when you make a choice, darling dear, it has to be surgical. You have to take your emotions out of the situation. Because the devil is present, darling dear. This is someone who is what? Watching you. Someone who is obsessive, darling dears. It also speaks about somebody who is controlling. Maybe you've left a situation, no longer sacrificing yourself with the masculine or feminine energy, because you know gender is fluid in tarot, darling dears. This is a controlling situation, but it's also leaving behind some form of addictive behavior. Devil card, Saturn energy. Again, darling dears. Again. This is an abusive situation, or somebody's been abusing drugs or alcohol, darling dears. This is about putting the situation down. Somebody who's also going to try and come in for a quick what? Listen, they want to rumble in your good seat of empress and empresses. They're looking for what? A vacant orifice. They better be left. They better be left what? Wanting, darling dears. Wanting. Right? This person is not who they appear to be. Remember, I told you that. It will be a toxic relationship. And if you've just gotten over a situation like this with a narcissistic masculine, this is not the time, or feminine, it's not the time for you to get into a situation. You have to heal, darling dears. When it's surgical, you get to the root of the matter and deal with it, darling dear. All right, let's get another card. Yeah, detox, darling dears. You're getting a spiritual shakedown today, darling dears. Detox the situation. Or maybe you're going to be taking a detox. I just heard somebody's detoxing their hair. Do you have dreadlocks? What's going on? Well, if you have dreadlocks and you want to detox your hair, you get yourself some bicarbonate of soda and some apple cider vinegar. Yes, girl and boys. You rub in the bicarbonate of soda and then you use a spray bottle and spray the apple cider, and it lifts up all the dirt and the grease. And yeah, anyway, like I said, you're detoxing your life, darling dears, and maybe you're going to detox your life. Someone, why? To get out of a surgical procedure. This is looking at everything that that's actually going on. A lot of addictive, abusive behavior. Could be the sugars, could be the alcohols, could be the drugs, could also be people, or places. Whatever it is, it's the putting down of a situation that no longer serves you. And you have what? A watching watcher, a mouth breather. Yeah, there's always someone watching. But then again, the blessed and highly, the blessed and highly favored are always under what? Surveillance, darling dear. Surveillance. If it wasn't for you, what would they look at? Themselves? Ha ha! I think not. Let's see your oracle ancestral message. We are going to go with the life lesson cards. Messages. You're on the right path. Time to decide, and the author. Maybe somebody's writing a book, or you writing a journal, or you actually wrote it down as an affirmation, darling dears. It seems that you are doing all that you needed to do to get yourself in the right position. Detoxing your life, being surgical with it, right? And being aware that you're being stalked. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working, right? Time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desire. And the last one is, you have a book inside you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. I heard this says book, but somebody's putting together some form of a course, darling dears, putting their works, making it into pictures, or it could also be a film script, darling dears. You could be a script writer. Maybe somebody's writing a medical drama, darling dears. Something, or it could be a book about what? Possession of wickedness. But definitely writing it down, darling dears. But it's about, I've told you many times, I'm the post-it note queen. Whenever I want to manifest or change something in my life, I put it on a post-it note. And all of my boudoir walls is post-it notes. You don't have to stand in front of it and read it every day, darling dears, but your subconscious mind picks it up. And the more it sees it in the peripheral or when you're passing, the deeper it goes, and then you start to manifest it in your life, darling dears. Be showing what you want. Write that shiznai down. Somebody's going to be writing a book about abuse. Leaving abuse, getting over abuse. But this one is going to be different. It's going to stand out because of your verbiage. Yeah, similar situations have happened to many people, but the way you tell it, captivating. Absolutely captivating. Somebody's also doing something by the book in a work situation, but they're still being watched. Infinite abundance is coming towards you, darling dears. The 8 is what's showing up and showing out. Remember I told you that abundance comes in many forms. Information, skrilla, a good friend, intuition, discernment, health, which is your wealth, darling dears. Without your health, you've got nothing. All right, let's get a deck and dive a little deeper. Base of the deck, again, we've got Emperor energy. A partner coming towards you, darling dears, but it could also be a right decision for you. You claiming dominion over yourself. This is also stating that you're creating some kind of solid foundation for yourself. You are the whole army, from the foot soldier up to the commandante, darling dears. You know your worth. You've added tax. You're extremely fearless. Some of you are stepping into a new field, darling dears. If it's entrepreneurial, right, a new business, or you have a business going, abundance is being what? Directed towards you. But remember, when you have a public business, a platform, whatever it is, you will always have what? Mouth breathers, stalkers, monitoring spirits. Okay, so it was a small spin today. Okay. Finances for the fire signs for the next 7 days. Finances. That's a lot of cards. I'm not going to take it. But a tough decision is going to have to be made. Something just fell out onto the floor. Yeah. Single and independent. Cutting out a situation in your life, darling dears. And again, the Eight of Pentacles speaks about being drama-free. But in the reference to money, you've mastered something, darling dears. We already said that with the 8th. This is about you being committed to a new direction, which is going to be abundant. The 9 soon goes to the Queen, then up to the Empress. Others, you're learning new skills. You could be doing higher learning, darling dears. It could be self-learning. You could be a keyboard gangster, but whatever it is, you've acquired the skills because you're dedicated. Somebody's also going to be writing a will over the next 7 days. Yeah, because you want people to get what they deserve. Okay. But this is no longer, you're not living in lack, darling. This is like when you pay a bill, you pay it happily, you know, because you know it will come back to you. Yeah, someone from the past would like to come back to you, darling dears. And it also speaks about somebody that owes you money. You better forget it. Scrub it from your cranium, darling dears. You're not going to see it again. Ace of Wands is the truth, darling dear. That's the truth. Your money situation is looking good. This is a new home, a new job, a new career, darling dears, or the new home because of the money that's coming your way. About your relationships, because we see a narcissist lurking, right? What are the relationships for the 5 signs for the next 7 days? Thank you. All good in the hood, darling dears. Somebody's planning a joint holiday or a holiday with family at this moment in time, but everything is on the up and up. 10th cup, you've achieved it by yourself, but relationships around you are going to be flowing smoothly over the next 7 days. If you've had any arguments with family members, especially female family members, this is about you using this diplomacy, darling dears. It does not say people pleasing here. This is about you detoxing the situation. Yeah, taking the fire out of that situation. Some of you are going to choose to what? Remove yourself from a situation, a family situation. You're also going to be hearing news, and it possibly is news of a party. But it's a new beginning. Somebody's also pregnant. You're going to find out about a pregnancy, and you're going to have a son. Yep. Oh. But it's a difficult situation, darling. This looks like somebody who's going into single parent. Listen, nobody wishes to be a single parent, darling dears, but if the situation is with the devil's most diligent worker, you're best off out of it. Yeah. Somebody's also going to be getting an offer or an invitation to a party, an offer of love, a new beginning, someone who's extremely charming. But this is you in your singlehood, darling dears. You've got high ideals, you've got ideas, you've got dreams that you want to achieve. You feel happy on your own. This is about you weighing up the situation. Maybe you'll offer them a pinky, right? Well, I don't know about the whole hand, darling dear. I don't know, mate. Because these cards ain't saying that you need to be validated by anyone, because you're good on your own. You're able to balance out your finances and your emotions, and your mental health is on the up and up. Yeah, and you don't be tricked by tricker. You may have 2 progeny involved in your situation, but somebody's definitely going to be speaking about pregnancy and emperor energy. Someone they believe is to be their future husband. Listen, I'm not going into detail. If you would like more intel, please hit me up in the Gmail. If you'd like a personal read, all of my intel is in the description box below. What about, I was about to say, obstacles. Any obstacle? The devil is not welcome, darling. It's focused on your bag. This is learning new things. When we see 2 kings on the tableau, darling dears, it speaks about a good business partnership or relationship. Somebody's going to be getting an upgrade. You could be in law enforcement, darling dear, legal situation. But it's looking good, and it goes to 8 and it goes to 9. This is success, right? Because you turn your back on situations that no longer serve you. And again, it's a reminder not to argue with anyone from the past. They've got no business in your future, darling dears. King of Swords also speaks about you, what? Guarding your words, darling dears. Taking the time to weigh up the situation around you in any situation, lest you let the devil in. This is about you reaping what you sowed over the next 7 days, darling dears. This hard work is paid off. And for some, you're going to have to be choosing between 2. Yeah. I'm thinking it could be a partnership. a partnership, a meeting of minds, darling dears. But some people are deeply, deeply invested in their career, business, or studies. It's a situation that you're going to have to think about very carefully, because at the ending of the day, you've already overcome codependent situations. That's not for you. Yeah, somebody's gonna choose love. They're gonna be choosing a love situation. Well, it's not love in the beginning, darling dears. It always comes out in the wash, doesn't it? What they are. If they're what? Shepherd of the devil, Freddy Krueger, talking to you with the whisperings of Hannibal Lecter, you find that she's naive out. But you can still read the red flags, darling dears. Read the room, shorty. Someone that you're not speaking to, darling dears. Someone that you're not speaking to has an issue with you. Whenever you see the cards are stubborn, it's because of lack of communication. What is the opportunities for my fire signs over the next 7 days? Can you take any more Skrilla, darling dears? This is a gift from the Most High. You've been humble, darling dear. Or you're about to humble people around you, people that did not expect you to what? Get back up. You're making everything look effortless, darling dears. Law number 9 of the 48 laws of power. Love it because of the perspective that you have. This is Hangman in the upright. This is in the reverse. You've got a new outlook on life, darling dears, and this is about you leaning on your own understanding. Somebody has headaches. But it's headaches because you're taking too much time. It's all of the thinking that you're doing around the plans that you have. Write that Chisnai down. I told you, post-it notes and all that. Yeah, but you're balancing out your situation. You'll be able to, the opportunity or the goodness in this situation for you over the next 7 days is that you are in manifestation mode. The actions that you've taken in the past, it's about to pay off in a big way. Yeah, and again we see the 8, the strength card. I can't make it up, darling dears. Yeah, love it. I don't hate it. This is 8, 8, and 8. When we see 3 8s on the tableau, darling dears, again, 3 8s mean remain independent. Law number 20 of the 48 laws of power. It's not a good idea to make a long-term plan right now, because it's about you just claiming. You've only just claimed dominion over yourself. You're free thinking. Your money's turning over good. You're making the right choices. You've detoxed your life, right? And you are what? Leaning on your own understanding. Love it. Base of the deck, the 10th cup. What can I say? Let's get a final message to close out this read. I'm going to use the Romance Angel cards. Let's give you a quick shufti. Final messages for the fire signs for the next 7 days. Yeah, a wedding. Somebody's going into union, darling dears. But it could also be committing yourself to a situation. We already saw the 3 8s. Remain independent, darling dear. Even if it's a situation that is beyond your control that you have to be in, your thoughts are your own. You don't have to affiliate to anyone, darling dears. You can be what? Of your own opinion, but keeping it to yourself. Listening to all sides, but not voicing an opinion. Why? You want to sit on that fence, darling dears, right? Love yourself first, and loving yourself first in any committed situation is an absolute must. Lest you be run over, and next thing you know, you're a thumber. And it's also a reminder not to fall too deeply into a situation that you haven't had the full 100 on what type of person it is, because the devil is not welcome. On that note, I drops me mic. Toddle over to my Teesprings, my Patreon, or my TikToks, where I also upload videos. If you'd like a personal read, my intel is in the description box below. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste.